I guess if we can't see it, the Orlando terrorist didn't say it, right? Yesterday, Attorney General Loretta Lynch announced that the FBI would release partial transcripts from Omar Mateen's 911 calls while he was inside the nightclub after he'd killed the 49 people. But until today, Attorney General Lynch wasn't planning to release the full story. Take a look.
You say partial. What's being left out?
Well, what we're not going to do is further proclaim this individual's pledges of allegiance to terrorist groups and further his propaganda.
Is that what you think you're doing, Attorney General Lynch, preventing the spread of propaganda? With all due respect, ma'am, I gave you a lot more intellectual credit than that. What you're doing is beyond even what President Obama has done this far. You're not just ignoring the threat of radical Islam or minimizing it as a JV team. You're actually protecting the reputation of radical Islamic terrorists. You're serving as the public relations firm for a terrorist organization who inspires individuals to kill gay people because they're gay. You're legitimizing evil. And what you're doing is counterintuitive, too. Listen to your own words.
These are the calls with the Orlando PD negotiating team who were trying to ascertain who he was, where he was, why he was doing this.
First of all, I'll tell you who Omar Mateen was. He was a radical Islamic terrorist, inspired by ISIS, fueled by hatred enshrined within Sharia law. He was doing what he did because he believed, according to his religion, that the massacre of gay people was the right thing to do. Second of all, if the Obama administration is not trying to make a political push for gun control, why would you release the transcripts in the first place? This gives a detailed textbook study guide to any potential terrorists on how to get what they want out of the United States government. So there's really only one answer to this, to why you'd release the partial transcript while at the same time claiming that you want to know why Mateen did this. You want people to read the transcripts. You want people to experience the terror and grief again, and by erasing radical Islam from the equation, you want people to blame it on the guns. Well, I'm glad you buckled under the political pressure and released the whole thing today, because Omar Mateen didn't pledge allegiance to the AR-15, did he? He didn't talk about how he got that gun, no ma'am. He talked about ISIS, and he pledged his allegiance to radical Islamic terrorism. And that's my final point. Reach me on Twitter at Liz_Wheeler, and if you liked the show, please send me an email at oann.com/contact. And be sure to catch Tipping Point again tomorrow at 10 p.m. Eastern, and have a good night.